Hello, welcome to the neighborhood. I'm Christina.
I'm Gus. I'm doing a Christina impression.
That was very good.
Very good.
Very good.
Today we have a super special guest. We have a good friend of mine, Natalie Cuomo, who is a hilarious stand-up comedian, and she is awesome. And we are serving a very delicious
KOK.
No,
Juicy KOK.
I was gonna say we're serving a very delicious Greek dessert.
The KOK.
The KOK.
Everybody knows KOK is Greek.
You like KOK? We're having some KOK and coffee today with Natalie Cuomo.
KOK coffee with Cuomo.
KOK and coffee with Cuomo.
Cuomo had a KOK and coffee. She's gonna hate this.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Oh, Boston after Texas.
I was just in Boston. I
Really?
like Boston. Yeah, I just did Boston. It was fun.
Okay.
You've been to Boston a million times, right?
Yeah. Yes, I have.
It's small, but for some reason I always always find someone to hook up with very easily in Boston.
I can see that.
It's the
Really?
easiest city for me to find someone to hook up with.
I can see
don't know
that.
why.
Boston's that easy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like every time I've been, so like last time I was there, I went to go see Drag Race at a gay bar
Oh, that's
and like
fun.
sat down next to this cute couple, and I was just like, hey. We talked during the commercials, and by the time the episode was over, they were like coming to my hotel room.
Oh my God.
And then like it was so easy. I was like, yes. And then like the last time I was there was just a couple weeks ago. Hooked up with an audience member, and then hooked up with someone in the same hotel the next morning, right before checkout. We
Oh,
both
that's
called.
spicy.
In fact, we both called for a late checkout just so we could, you know what I mean, like get it done. It was so funny.
That is so fun.
Yeah. Boston's great.
Boston's
it's
it,
easy.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Good to
my
know, good to
God.
know.
I like Boston. Good
Putting-
for you guys. Good
Yeah.
for you guys. You're
I
doing
like
it right.
Putting you
Boston.
guys
I
on my
like
list. I'm
Boston.
changing. I'm having a change of heart for Boston.
Where's your favorite place you've been?
To do stand up?
Yes, and the other
like-
question, and the general.
Yeah.
In general, I feel like I haven't done a lot of traveling outside of stand up. Like when I was younger, I went to Italy, but I don't remember it. I really want to go back.
You know where you
How
should
young
go?
were you?
Like 5 or 6.
Oh yeah.
She should go to Greece.
I
Everyone
know.
should go. This is what we do on the podcast. By the way, the podcast is just a Greek conditioning class where we make
you're
you.
gonna leave being like I
Behind
love
that
Greece.
bookcase back there is actually a little pool, and then we baptize you at
Yeah.
the end.
I
Get
love
ready for
that. I've actually been fantasizing about that
Oh,
my
good.
whole life. Actually,
Good.
my parents, I wasn't raised religious, but like I always had that fear, like, you know, what
Just
if?
in case.
So I was always like, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get baptized before I die, just in case.
All right, so we're gonna be your nuna
We'll be your godfather
and your
and
nuna will be
godmother.
your-
yeah.
and then we have to
I
give you a
like
Greek
this.
name.
Oh, what
Yeah.
would my Greek name be?
Natalia. That's not a Greek name.
No, we have to give her a nice Greek name.
What would it be?
She looks like.
Just say.
She's really giving it thought.
She's giving it thought.
I'm gonna say she's Katerina.
Oh, okay. I like that.
All right, I like that.
I kind of.
Catherine.
Catherine. With a K or a C?
It's okay,
Okay.
but no one's
It's-
gonna call you Catherine. They have to say Katerina.
Okay.
Are you okay? She doesn't like it.
She doesn't like it.
No, I like
We're
it.
already doing. We are poor godparents.
I
We
like
have
it. I
to
do like
start.
it. I like Katerina. I don't. Catherine is very,
It's old school.
you know. No, it's basic.
Yeah. Well, it's also one of those names where it's
All right,
like.
Despina.
No.
You don't like Despina at all. Despina's okay. Yeah.
No, I like Katerina. Katerina's good.
Why don't you like Despina's weird? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get
That
it.
sounds like I'm a thespian. You know, I'm just a thespian in a Shakespeare play.
Oh, that's probably where it comes from. No.
Probably.
Was she a whore? Was Despina traditionally like supposed to be a hoe?
Maybe I don't know that part.
I don't know. I have no idea
We're
about
about
that
to
name.
find, we should Google that.
We should Google that. Favorite place you've been?
Favorite place.
Favorite place I've been
For stand up.
For stand up? Oh my God, that's so tough. I honestly, I don't even know. I like
One
Canada.
of your favorites.
Oh, Canada I've heard
Canada
is really
is fun.
Yeah.
I was in Canada yesterday.
Oh shit.
It was fun.
Where in Canada?
I was in like New Westminster, like near Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was it cold?
It was cold, but not as cold as here.
Okay.
It was fun. The weed there is so cheap, and they have this crazy like weed Mountain Dew drink. So it's like a weed energy drink. It is.
It's infused.
Yes, it's like a energy drink with weed in it. It is so lit.
Are we
They
going
have
to
it at
Canada?
every dispensary there. It's
I'm definitely going to Canada before the end of this year.
Wow,
So now I'm
okay.
like, yes,
Yeah.
let's
you
do it.
have
Is that
to
our
go.
trip,
Yeah,
Gus?
yeah. Well, come to Canada with me when I go.
And the ounces are so cheap. I mean,
Yes. Well, I mean, because they've figured it out for a while
they
now.
have.
Yeah.
They have.
Yeah, yeah.
But the audiences are great too.
They are. I've heard they're really great. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like when I was in Calgary a couple months ago, someone gave me like these stuffed animals,
Oh.
which is my
sweet.
favorite. So that was fun.
Oh, that's so cute.
So people bring you gifts. I love that.
I love stuffed animals.
Why do you love
What if
stuffed
they have?
animals?
Are you
They're
afraid that they
cute.
have like a hidden camera in it?
People, I do get worried about that. And then
That is such a female. That's like
No,
total.
I
My
do.
brain didn't even go there.
not the hidden camera, but like an air tag,
An
perhaps.
AirTag, yeah.
Yeah, I need
Oh,
to get like
yeah.
some sort of
You're-
device that sees.
Be careful.
But they're so cute. I love anything that smiles at me.
Do you have like a lot?
Of stuffed animals?
What's your favorite one?
Which
that
is
someone's
your
given
best
you?
one? Yeah.
Okay, I do have a lot of stuffed animals.
Yes, I love
Dan
that.
always tries to make me get rid of them, but he's finally giving in and getting me more. Like he recently got me one for Valentine's Day. I like that one.
Okay.
He's like, I just gotta join her.
That's cute. What is it?
It's like a sundae. It's a squishmallow.
Oh, I love
Oh, my-
that.
my
Okay, I
nieces
love
love
that.
that.
No, I
It's so
love that. I
cute.
still have my 2 stuffed animals from when I was a baby.
Of course.
And it's a little teddy bear, and it smells so good. I don't know, like my
Yes.
mom, I think, used to wash it. I don't know why. And then I have a little
That's
Pikachu.
dangerous. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dangerous.
It is. It is.
It
fun.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't put them in the wash.
It was always fresh. I don't know. She just always kept
Greek
it fresh.
parents.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
just like-
Whatever.
You can put it in a pillowcase and then put it in the wash.
She's a professional. She knows.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
it's very scary to put your stuffed animal in the wash.
Okay, good to know. I won't put him. I won't put Pikachu
They're like,
in the
"What
wash.
is happening
What's
to
going on?
No, I even got this little sticker in Canada this weekend because it smiles at me.
Oh, that's so cute. A little boba tea.
I love to be
facts about
smiled
you.
at.
You
You
do like
love
something
being
smiling
smiled
at
at.
you.
I think I feel sad
Okay,
a lot,
wait.
so I just need to be smiled
Well,
at.
this is smiling at
Oh,
you too.
that's nice.
This
That's
is
you.
Christina. This is her. It's her name. Yeah.
You're smiling at me.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
How long were you in Canada for? Getting. That's why you like Canada. People are always smiling.
They do smile there. I was there like 4 days or something. Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
What made you start doing stand up?
I always wanted to be an actor, and I like went to school for acting.
Oh.
Thespian, right? You
yeah.
see this?
Yes, you're
This
right.
is what. Look at us. We're matching.
She's
Yeah.
she's an actress. She doesn't do stand up.
I don't do stand up.
Not
Okay,
yet.
You're not.
Not yet.
Yes.
I do improv, like sketch comedy.
We're on your way.
But
Yeah, I always wanted to be an actor. Then I kind of gave up on it, and then the long story or the short story?
Give
The
it- give
medium.
it all, baby. Not the medium.
The woman answer. Then medium story would be like I gave up on it. I was working at a coffee shop, which is so funny because the roaster of the coffee shop was like a block from here. I was driving here and I saw
Oh
it,
my
and I
God,
was like,
really?
oh, look at that synchronicity.
yeah.
Full circle.
And I was working there and I was like seeing this guy. We went to a movie premiere and he was a director and he's like introducing himself to everyone. Everyone's introducing themselves. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Natalie. I work in coffee. And then everyone else is an actor. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I'd been thinking about stand-up for a while. So the next day I like went to an open mic. That's kind of like what pushed me over the edge, introducing myself to everyone, being like, yeah, I'm Natalie. I work in coffee. And then every day after I went to, like, I just like got the itch after I tried it once.
Oh yeah,
That's
you definitely
amazing.
get the itch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which open mic did you go to? Do you remember?
Oh my God, yeah. I tried New York Comedy Club. It was canceled. So I went to Greenwich that same day. It was canceled. So then I walked with all of those people to Karma Lounge. And
Oh my God.
it was like, I was like, this has to be it because I am fighting so hard right now. Everything was canceled that day.
That's honestly iconic. That's
yeah.
actually super. Yeah. I love that. I love that. I remember when I first moved back to New York after living in LA, I was like really with the intention of like hitting stand up hard. I was like, I gotta just go and do it. And it was like literally 2 degrees outside. It
Yeah.
was so cold and it had just snowed. And I was like, I just gotta do it. And I went out in the cold and it was miserable. And I went to the Greenwich Village Comedy Club and it was like the worst open mic I've ever been to. But I was like, I did it though.
did it.
Yes.
And it felt very like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely has served me more than I could even express. I mean, I'm so glad that I always knew since I was a kid that I was going to be a performer, and I knew that was my path, but I just didn't put it together that like writing my own work was gonna be what mattered to me. Like,
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
love that.
I think that's like what's so important to me about stand up. And I also have always loved live performance, like sharing the experience with the people in the room
And
that
like
you're with.
feeding off of that energy.
Yeah,
like, wow,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that. I definitely feel like having that ownership is really important. Like content creation can be difficult because sometimes when
Yeah.
you get reached out to do things, you like lose that ownership.
right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's what I'm in here for. I just want to put out my stuff. I don't care about your brand at the end of the day. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, I don't really like. It's like cool, yes, but like, whatever, you know.
Like, how much are you paying me?
How much are you paying me? If I don't really love this brand, how much are you paying me?
Yeah,
Because like,
exactly.
I truly don't. Like, I'm just out here to just
You
put
wanna
out
put
my
your
own
own stuff
work.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
times people ask me if I want to like audition for like if I want to submit a packet for like the late shows, and I'm like, I actually don't really want to write for late night because that's
Yeah.
not in service of what I'm looking to do here.
Right.
And everyone I know that works in late night also hates it, but that's a side note. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a credit that they
Yeah.
will have to help
Yeah,
them
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
No, but I get that feeling of like the like film and TV is great and like auditioning and being on, but like being on like a live stage and just like going off is a lot of
Yeah.
fun. That's
Yeah.
what I love.
Did
about
you grow up
sketch.
in Queens too?
I'm in Brooklyn.
Bay Ridge.
Brooklyn,
Bay Ridge, not
Bay
Bayside. Everyone gets it wrong.
Bay
It's
Ridge,
okay.
and we didn't know each
So
other
it's-
when we grew up. We
Yeah,
met each
we
other
lived
very
a
much
block
later.
away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
each
yeah.
other.
Because we went to different high schools. She went to some like.
What high school did you go to?
Leanne Goldstein High School for the Math and Sciences.
Where did you go?
I went to Fort Hamilton High School.
Okay, you're very Bay Ridge.
That's where. That's where.
Very Bay Ridge.
that's
yeah,
where I
yeah.
wanted to
Where'd you
go.
go?
I went to Bard High School.
Oh.
I was severely judged. What were you thinking?
I was in my head like, do I know it? Oh yeah, I've heard of that. And then I went to like, oh yeah, that's a good one.
I went to Bard, remembering a girl from Bard, and went, oh.
Oh,
no.
you just knew some bitch. There you go. Got it.
Yeah, I
it.
feel that.
No,
feel
but I
that.
don't know that much about it.
Did you like it?
I.
What was high school Natalie like?
Yeah. Yes, this is fun.
Oh, I definitely. It shaped me. It shaped me.
Okay.
I went to the one in Queens. I didn't go to the one in Manhattan. The one in Manhattan was like so hipster.
That's
It
where
was. That's what
where
you're
my brain
thinking. You're
went.
like, oh,
Yes.
it was so hip. The one in Manhattan and the one in Queens was like,
Queens.
it was like awkward.
Okay,
You know?
I
okay.
like that.
It's like no one was friends, but like no one was friends.
Everyone just walked in the hallways alone
No
in
one talked.
silence.
That's
It was
it.
like crazy.
Single file.
It was like the horrible. I honestly.
How big was it? How many kids?
Really small. Like
Really
probably.
small. Yeah.
I was the first graduating class of the school.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was awkward. It was like
Oh, wow.
200 people. Yeah, it was.
Well, our high school was
You were
kinda
like
that
you were like
too.
the rats, the lab
The
rats
guinea
of that
pigs,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, the guinea pigs. Yeah, we were 4,500 kids, so it was like a city, a small
Yeah,
city.
my mom was like, "You're not going to that school."
Yeah, we had
It was like a
4,500
bad
kids.
school.
That's so fun.
And I did the school announcements, so everybody knew me.
That's
Everybody knew me.
fun.
I was the school
I forgot
mascot, and I
about
did the
that.
announcements, and I was the treasurer, and I was the president of the Model UN Club, and I was in chorus, and I did drama, so I was in all the plays and the musicals.
You're just hopping
And
around. Gus
I was just like, I literally just didn't
You
want
were
to go
friends
home.
with everyone.
Yeah, and so everyone knew who I was. I remember one time I was
Wow.
walking home because I used to open the morning announcements by going, "Good morning, Fort Hamilton. Police stand for the Pledge of Allegiance." Like total homosexuality at 8:10 in the morning every day, and I would do like the Pledge of Allegiance. What?
Sorry, I missed.
I know. I was iconic. I literally was iconic. People, I was remember walking home from the movies once, and there's a group of like 20 kids was approaching me, and I thought they were gonna like chase me. I thought I was gonna get killed because they started pointing and like laughing at me, and I was like, oh no, here it goes.
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
get murdered. And as I walk past them, they're all like, "Good morning, Fort Hamilton," in like a chorus, and I started like high-fiving all of them, and I was like, this is it. I peaked.
Oh my
That's
God,
cute.
you like lived High School Musical.
I
Like,
did it.
this
I
is
did.
not
I was like,
fair.
I did everything in high school. I just didn't want to go home. I was in school from like 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. every day.
Why didn't you want to go home?
I don't know. I just did
were having
not.
fun.
I was just out and about. Yeah.
You were just a little social butterfly.
Yeah. I was out there. Hey. I know.
Oh my God, were you cool in high school?
I don't know. I hopped around. I didn't have like one like. I
You
had,
don't
like, set of
know.
groups.
You know if you were cool.
I was regular.
No. If you don't know that you're cool, you were probably cool. There you go.
was just
what were you
regular.
like specifically?
Specifically me?
Yeah.
I definitely was really angsty,
Okay.
awkward,
Okay.
just like very, you know.
Did you start getting tattoos in high school?
I like did them myself.
Okay, that's so angsty. We
Yeah,
live for
I like
this.
this.
We live
I
for
did them
Which
this.
was your
myself.
first one?
What?
Which one was your first one? that you
I have
did?
like a little one on my ankle. My best friend and I did them to each other.
That's so cute.
We don't talk anymore, but
Oh, I was gonna say we should do that, and then that's bad luck.
I
Fine.
I also don't want to do that.
wanna do
Okay,
that?
I just
think
would
I
rather
have
go
a
to. I would.
beautiful-
I'm a 30.
I have a steady hand.
I'm an adult. I'll just go to a person now. I'm good. Thank you. I don't need Christina to be operating on
I'll
me.
do a little Greek flag.
take a
I trust
pencil.
Natalie more than I trust you.
I do too.
you take a pencil, you wrap some thread around the eraser, you tape it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and you tape it to a needle.
Are you sure
Yeah,
trust
and
her
you like
with me?
tape it with thread, and you dip the needle into India ink, and you light the needle on fire to like clean it, and then you dip. That's what I did.
You taking notes?
I got
You
it.
paying attention?
I got it.
Good.
So
Saran wrap, needles,
Pencil.
fire,
You forgot pencil?
ink.
yeah. So we did that. But I definitely was pretty like angsty.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, but I would not say I was cool in any regard.
I never thought of it. I don't know. I just talked to everyone. I had like a few like main friends, but I really like I had like little pockets every like year was like different.
Yeah.
But our school was like because we were founded by like the Kingsborough College.
Oh,
so
right.
we had like a really great schedule. At like Mondays we would go in like at 11.
Wow.
Wednesdays we would get out at like 1 o'clock.
Wow.
12 o'clock. We had like college type of like hours like to prepare us for that.
Oh, good for you.
That sounds
And like
nice.
we had like,
My
and then we
God.
were able to do like college, like go to Kingsborough and get like college credits and stuff like that. So we were like we were like a fresh school as well.
I
And
thought
we-
you said it was a bad school.
Oh no, for Hamilton High School.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Where did you go to
yeah.
high school?
I'm not saying it is. I don't think it's a bad.
It's not a bad
but when
high
I was
school.
growing up, because I have like my
It's
sisters
just
are
big.
older. It was just like there was like no space. There was like
It's just big, and if you don't really like.
Yours was the zoned high school. You took a test.
yes, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
not
yeah.
only that, I took a test. I had to have like a B+ average and above, and then they
Okay.
lottoed us.
Yeah.
Dummies. So me and Gus are dummies.
Well, I was in the honors program, so actually no, not me.
For
Yeah,
6 months, for once.
I was
No.
actually
For Hamilton is great.
I was actually third in my class. I was this close to being salutatorian.
Wow.
And then my friend, who actually, it's so funny because the people that were first, second, third, fourth, fifth were all still friends.
Really?
My friend Dylan, my friend Jenna, me, my friend Michael, and then my friend Selma. We're all still friends. The four of us all still hang out. Like I just saw them yesterday.
Okay, I think this says the most about me in high school. I talked to 0 people.
Oh
from my high
yeah.
school.
What about college? You talk to people from college?
0.
No, yeah, it's you're
I'm a little bit on that,
developing.
too.
You're developing.
I'm like
I have 0.
Okay.
0 contact.
Why?
Okay, I have a
What?
little
Why?
Which part?
like
Just
not
like-
even like on Instagram, like social media, like oh how you been, or like a basic like nothing.
No.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
those people.
no,
I
we hate
actually,
them.
can I tell
We
you,
hate
I'm the
them.
opposite. I'm actually Facebook friends with some of my high school teachers.
I have.
And like we chat. Like it's not even.
that's cute. Are they cute? Or it's fun? It's
No,
nice.
we're just fun.
Oh,
No, they're
okay,
just
okay.
lovely people.
Is
Yeah.
it, are you talking?
No.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, okay.
No, we're just friends.
Yes, she's like,
Yeah.
is it
Oh,
you?
yeah. Hey,
I
hey,
honestly-
Mr. Aegis.
I feel I think I feel like slighted by everyone that was in the developing years of my life.
That's totally fair.
That's
That's totally
normal.
fair.
Yeah.
That's very
I
normal.
feel like I was bullied in high school, and then in college I was so insecure from it that it was hard to make like long-lasting friends. I kind of was like a relationship girl.
Oh, yeah. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. I was so bullied in middle school that high school was like, I need to do something different.
Yeah. Wow.
I need to change.
I'm impressed. You're like, I will make the announcements.
I will do the announcements. Yeah. I did the announcements in middle school too. I did the weather. I did it just twice because they had like a rotating weather person. But I did the weather things, and this is why I think I was.
This is the face of
No,
all the announcements.
I'll tell you why I was bullied in middle school, because one day, because we had to do the weather, and it was like, you just basically were like, it's 84 degrees out today, or whatever it was. And one day, I decided, because remember Temperature by Sean Paul was like a big hit during that time?
Good. So
And
good.
it was like, it was on the radio, it was like a hit at
I
that time.
already know where this is going.
So I got on the loudspeaker and I sang the first 3 lines of that song, and then I went into the weather. So I was like, "Well, woman, and
you did it in the accent?
No, I didn't do it in the accent. I just sang it like he sings it. I just sang it. So, well, woman, the way the time cold, I want to be keeping you warm.
It's
I got the
good.
right temperature to shelter you from the storm. So today it's gonna be cloudy and 67 degrees. And it was like I was the Taylor Swift of my middle school because that was a polarizing move. It was polarizing.
Yes. I love that.
Everyone picked sides.
Some people loved it. A lot of people hated it. But I kept doing it. And then like the
Yeah.
next day I did something else and people were like, no, you did too much.
No, that's it.
You
We're
did
going
too,
back.
you
Like,
did
pull
too
it
much.
back, pull it back.
You did too much. Just do the weather.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So did you do any like extracurricular activities or anything like that, or you were just like, fuck this shit, I'm going home?
I was part of the farming club in high school.
The farming
Farming
club.
club.
What did you do?
Please elaborate, expand on this.
What
this?
did you do? Did you have like pigs and cows and you were like, oh, we got to go milk the cows today, Sally Ann?
We did like,
Why do they have
That's
this
it.
accent?
I don't know why this is how I think farmers are and operate in their lives. Sorry.
You sound a little bit Dutch.
My apologies to the farmer
Swedish.
community.
we did like guerrilla gardening.
Oh.
Have you heard of this? It was like, oh, you know how there's like
Is it
plots
like
of land in Long
city?
Island City that
Yeah.
like no one has touched. My high school's in Long Island City, so like no one's touched it. So like you go there and like you secretly like plant stuff.
That's actually nice.
I like
That's
that.
actually really
You're
nice.
helping the bees.
You know, there's that whole
Pollination.
subplot in Abbott Elementary, that show where he
Yeah.
like builds like a community garden in the school, and it's like
Yeah.
really nice because they have like fresh vegetables for the cafeteria.
Yes.
So I'm assuming
cute.
it's a little like
I
this.
did. It was very like, oh, I'm a badass because I care about the environment. But it's like, this is really sad.
I also love how you only did it because you felt like a badass
Yes.
and not for anything.
And
Meanwhile,
not for anything
there was
else.
definitely other people that were part of the club that were like, yeah, I just like plants.
Yeah, I was like,
And you were
no.
like, yeah, we gotta fuck this
I was
shit
like,
up.
give me the bottles.
I'm fertilizing this shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
I've
cool
never
club.
heard of that before. Farming club.
I never heard of that either.
Yeah,
Wait,
it was gardening club actually. I think.
gardening club.
Gardening
Okay,
club.
yeah.
Still
That's
never
cool.
heard of that
I've heard
in
of gardening
high
club.
school.
I have
Never.
heard of a gardening
Yeah,
club. in
yeah.
high
Wait,
school.
this was high school.
High
Okay.
school, yeah.
We started a gay straight alliance in my high school, and I joined as an ally. My friend always gives me shit for it. My friend Dylan, who I literally see all the time, and he's like, he
Remember that time you were in an
He's like, remember when you also signed up as an ally with me in the gay straight alliance? Because he's straight. And
What?
he's definitely straight. He's married to a woman. So I was like, yeah, Dylan. Whatever.
Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
so funny.
If only.
Did you have a gay straight alliance in your school? Definitely didn't have a gardening club.
No, we didn't have any of that.
Were you
shit.
in extracurriculars?
I was in sports and like
What sports did you do?
volleyball, basketball.
Oh,
you're
I was
sporty.
in.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I fucking love sports.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a tall
Dude,
girl.
I'm 5'7".
I'm 5'7" and 3/4.
I'm 5'7"
you're
and like
5'8", okay.
quadruple your size.
Yeah.
I was running down that freaking.
I can't play sports.
But no, sports, and I was also in sing. Did you hear?
Oh,
that's
you did
fun.
sing in your high school?
Yeah.
That's
oh, that's
fun.
cool. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Glee
Fun.
Club,
Yeah,
basically.
so
yeah.
I was a little bit everywhere, and I really liked science. I was in like.
Oh, yeah. Did you like
Yeah.
little experiments?
Yeah, I really liked my little lab coat and shit.
What was your science of choice?
I really like physics. But,
I was picturing that.
well, I wasn't real like physics was actually the first freaking subject that like I failed like a test, and I was just like, no, this is not fucking happening. And I went after like in the morning to like get like tutoring, and Mr. Lloyd, he had like cowboy boots, pipe, smelled like coffee and cigarettes,
Ooh.
and I was just like secretly in love with him.
Hello, Mr.
Oh,
Lloyd.
yeah. We had some hot teachers in my high school.
But not like that. It was just like I was just like I fell in love with like everything and like the science and like tutoring, and then he got sick of me and he would try to like because I was there every fucking morning.
Yeah,
And
because you were wet.
No, he was like he was older. He wasn't like that.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, but
He
I
was
feel
like
like that's
Zaddy.
like hot when they're knowledgeable.
Maybe subconsciously.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
there.
I know what you mean, yeah.
But yeah, and then
I had a very old English teacher where I was like, I think I just like your stance on things. I don't know if I'm attracted to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There we go.
Yeah.
Love is blind.
Love is blind.
It is blind.
As we've learned 4 or 5 seasons in. Do you watch that show?
I've
I
watched a little
don't.
bit of it.
I started.
Oh, you did. I don't do dating shows. I can't. I don't know why.
I don't know why I can't stop.
It's
yeah.
addicting.
I did try it and I did stop. And I don't know why I did stop. So yeah.
Do you watch them?
I go in and out of them. So like I'll watch a few episodes and then I get out.
I don't know why I like actually love dating shows so much. I think
No, it's fair.
why?
What it's a little drama.
Yeah, there's a certain
It's
psychosis
a
to it
yeah.
that I think.
You get to play out.
I like
your own life
watching the
within
people
them.
on dates. I don't know. It's fun.
Who's your favorite couple?
That show, I only watched 3 episodes, but Married at First Sight, it's like really taken over my life. I've watched 4 seasons.
I've watched a few.
I finished everything on Netflix and I went to Hulu.
Oh no, that's not good.
Are you okay?
That's not
Do you
good.
need help?
That's
Blink
never
twice
a good.
if you are in distress.
Not finishing a streaming service. That's not good. My God, I did watch 9 seasons of Seinfeld in like a month, so I feel you.
That's good though.
It was fun. It was a rewatch, so it's different.
What's the other one with the two that get married from like the
There's
different
the
worlds?
one that's
really
really
the popular one.
the really popular one now.
90 Day
Oh,
Fiancé.
that
Yeah.
one's good too.
Yeah,
I like
my
that
friend
one.
should totally. My friend is kind of living out that show in
Really?
real life right now in South Africa. But anyway, I can't talk about it
Ooh.
on this podcast.
Do you ever think like, man, my friend's really having trouble. Can they just go on this show? It'd help their career. It would help their dating life. Like I have so many friends that are struggling with their career
You
and
wanna
their
tell
dating
them
life.
something right now?
Like,
That
don't
is
you feel like that about a
so
lot of your
funny.
friends?
Actually, I don't. I think my friends are actually all like they're all getting married now, so they're all like already done. You know
I
what
feel
I mean?
like I could go on that show.
Maybe I do definitely know a lot of stand-up comedians that would
Okay,
benefit
at least
from
some
it.
comics that are like, come on, if you're struggling with your comedy, like you're struggling with your dating, just go on one of these shows. You get a little boost, then they'll
They'll
see
get
your
a boost,
stand up.
yeah.
And then boom.
Like,
That's funny.
come on, like
I'm obsessed with The Traitors right now. Are you watching The Traitors?
I'm watching Married at First Sight.
Yeah, she's busy.
I
She's
don't
like,
have- I
I'm
don't
finishing
have
Hulu.
time. I
if
don't
you
have time.
if you weren't engaged, would you go on the show?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
I do think it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for everyone involved. Like it's pretty tough, but I do think it's fun to watch.
I wouldn't do a dating show. I would do a competition show. I would love
competition.
I would love to do Survivor.
I want to
Yeah.
judge. I want to be like an Ink Master judge.
Oh yeah, I want to be like a Drag Race judge. I would love to do
Guest
that.
judge
Get
on
me being a
RuPaul.
host
Yes.
on a Greek dating show.
I watch every iteration of Drag Race. I watch
Yeah.
Drag Race Spain, Philippines, Thailand, Belgium, UK. I can keep down under. It goes on and on.
You know what gets me on Drag Race? Like, this is my favorite part when RuPaul, it's like the end, and RuPaul has like the photo of them when they're 3, and he's like, what do you want to say to baby Johnny? And I'm like,
Here we go. That's actually, can I tell you, always the part where I'm like, all right, I can go take a shit now. I hate that part.
What?
I cannot stand. I'm like, because they always say the same thing. They're always like, this is how every queen reacts when that happens. They go, Billy, no one liked you growing up, but I want to tell you that when you grow up, people are going to love you for you, and you're going to find love, and everything is going to happen, and one day, you're going to end up on Drag Race.
I can't believe you don't like that part.
I
That
can't
is literally
stand
the
it.
reason I watch the show.
I cannot stand it. No, my favorite part is when RuPaul goes, which queen should I send home tonight and why? Because that's what I like.
I like the lip syncs and when you can actually, like, for me, I like that you can actually tangibly see the energy people are putting in.
Yes.
Because, like, I think with stand-up, I feel like I'm putting energy out there, and I
Yeah.
like knowing that, like, energy is tangible. And I think RuPaul's Drag Race shows, like, energy is tangible. And the fact that, like, when you're watching it, you're like, that queen put more energy in, and then RuPaul is like, yes. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay.
I felt it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
with Ru.
Yes,
That's
like
really
stage
true.
presence is real. But that part, I love that part.
I know. I don't know why. I just like it just for me. Maybe I just haven't really tapped into my inner child yet.
I literally want to do that on my own podcast. Like, I want to, like, do that.
I think if you did that to me on your podcast, I would literally be a mess. It would be an hour of me talking to a picture of myself.
That's how we unlock the inner child for you.
I think because
You
every
gotta
time I
do
take
it.
shrooms, I try to talk to my inner child. Like that's
Really?
the only time I ever do like any like inner child work is when I'm on shrooms.
do an ayahuasca
And I'm like, hello, everything's okay. And then I turn into the Drag Race queen. I'm like, and just so you know, you will be loved.
I feel like they're literally talking to me when they're talking to their inner child. I'm like, yes, I will be loved. Yes, I will be successful one day. Thank you. I am baby Johnny.
I always love the pictures of them. They're always like the cutest little
I
pictures.
know, I
yeah.
know.
I always love when they look exactly like they look like, and it's yeah.
Ugh, I don't watch.
You should
it
watch
all the
Drag
time.
Race. It's
I
very
watch
fun.
it, but again, I'm not like religious with things. I'll watch it and then I'll fall
Yeah.
out, and then it's
I feel
just-
that.
Oh, I watched Drag Race, and then I watched the Drag Race Untucked, the after show, and then
Oh,
I watched.
Untucked is too much. Like,
Untucked is too
they
much.
should have made that part of the show. The fact that I have to go find that
know.
after, it's
I know,
nuts.
and only like half of Untucked is worth watching for like the little fight they have, and then like
How long is it? Is it
it's
like
only
a whole
20. It's only a 30-minute.
Oh,
it's like shorter,
alright.
but yeah. And then I watched the Pit Stop too. So it's a journey.
I don't know the Pit Stop.
The Pit Stop is they do an after show where they talk about the queens,
No,
and
no,
it's
no,
Trixie
that's
Mattel
just-
hosting with the guest judge.
Oh, I like Trixie though.
Yeah, so just so you know, and she's doing this season. So FYI, you might have.
Trixie have the podcast.
With Katya.
Yeah,
and
Trixie and Katya had a podcast.
Ah,
Yeah.
I love
They're
it.
great.
It's so good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about, like, I feel like on RuPaul, they're doing this thing where they're like, this person has been doing drag for 4 years, but this person has been doing drag for 1 year and they have 1 million followers. Like they're starting to bring that kind of thing in.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually thrilled that they didn't really do it this season.
Yeah?
This season seems
I
a
didn't watch
little
this season yet.
lifted from that because last season very much was that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Is it stand-up comedy?
I
Are they taking a
know!
note?
That's
Like
weird.
I know.
I was like I was annoyed about it. I was like, I hate this. And I think that the show used it as an opportunity to be like,
To talk about
those
those
queens
things.
suck, actually. Those queens kind of aren't that great. And you should actually pay attention to local queer art that is like,
Yeah.
has, merit and
Something to say.
experience under their
But
belts.
there were some that were good.
There were some that were good. There were. And every once in a while, there are some that are good. And you're like, great,
So what
yeah.
they're like focusing on the followers or something like.
They're kind of showing like, oh, some people are able to like showcase on social media, and that's outshining people that have done this for like, their
a long
lives.
time.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't really speak to that.
All right, so dating shows. Married at First Sight. How many seasons of that are there?
A lot.
Got it.
She's in deep.
Oh,
I have
no.
to stop though because I have a partner that we watch TV together, and it was so funny because I've gotten him into Married at First Sight, but he has to get to a certain point in the season to care about the couples. But I
Stuffed
feel
animals,
guilt.
Married
Yeah,
at First
I feel guilt.
Sight.
I don't want to make him watch it.
Is it also
He's
something that
watching
you
it
just
'cause
want to
he
watch by
wants it.
yourself because you want to speed watch it and you don't want to wait for him? Because I definitely
he
have
does get
that.
Is he
mad if
getting
I watch it
invested
alone.
now?
Yeah,
he does
and then
get
I'm like,
in-
but then he
yeah,
also
he's
will get
invested
mad that
now.
we watch it in general. He'll be like, we watch Married at First Sight, and then I watch it without him, and he'll be like, you watch it without me, and I'm like,
I need consistency. I know. Yeah, I know. I know.
Created a monster.
That
That's
was
it.
I have, I have, I
a
have.
stuffed animal getting married at first sight loving monster.
It's devastating.
Put his voice in a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Did you guys grew up in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
feel like the drug culture in high school was heavy?
Not me, because I was like, you know what I mean? I was too involved with doing the school announcements to worry about any of that. You know what I mean? I was like, I had two older brothers that like were 6 and 10 years older than me. So like they did a lot and then got in trouble for a lot that I think as a kid I internalized, and I was like, I'm gonna do different. So I think I was just like a very straight-laced kid until I was like 24. Like I didn't
Wow.
drink until I was 21 years old.
Wait, why?
I just,
That's weird.
Well, I was terrified. I literally, can I just tell you, I straight up was terrified. Like,
What were you afraid of?
I think like whatever messaging I got from my mom and my parents and like the bad things that my brothers did, I just like really internalized it. And I was
Okay.
like
So they
terrified
were
of it.
punished heavily.
Yeah, they were punished and I saw them not doing well. So I was like, I don't like that, you know? And especially with that much of an age gap, I was like, and I really was like, I grew up with a lot of fear around it.
They set a bad example.
Yeah. Well, but growing up with a
Drugs
fear-based
are fun.
mindset can be really damaging at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because then I really like with alcohol, like I don't drink a lot, and I like to say that it's like I don't like drinking, but it's mostly because there's a lot of like fear-based thinking around drinking, and so I just try to avoid it.
Yeah, I
So
feel that.
that's kind of why.
I wasn't.
But there was
always-
drugs around all the
Yeah.
time, especially on the block I grew up on. But like, yeah, I didn't stayed away.
I wasn't really like it would be there, but it wasn't really like in my face or anything like that. I mean, like drinking, yeah, because it was just like go to
Everyone
Greece
drank.
and like everyone would drink, and it's like in our like my dad would be like, try a beer or here's a
Yeah.
glass of wine with dinner. So I had like a different experience with that.
Yeah.
But I was never like drugs and stuff like that. I was just like I don't know, I'm playing manhunt. I'm crushing on boys. I'm cutting class. I'm like.
Oh, were you a class
I
cutter?
would class cut
No, I
and like
never
make
cut
out with
class.
boys on like the staircase of like like I don't know. I was just like I was doing so many other things. I
You were
wasn't
a
like
hoe?
I was a hoe for show. I was too busy hoeing.
Yeah.
Wait,
She
what
was
about
too
you in
drugs.
Queens?
She was
What was that?
I
in
feel like
Queens?
it was pretty drug heavy, my school.
Yeah.
And I feel like I knew a lot of other people like that. And I've always been like, I'm never going to raise a kid in New York because I feel like the drugs are so accessible. I just
Oh,
feel
wow.
such
What
a
drugs
different
specifically,
experience.
though?
I did like shrooms in high school. I did coke in high school.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but
I did
so,
like.
but were you in like the like?
So you were a cool kid.
It wasn't,
Yeah,
like, it
like,
wasn't cool.
Yeah, it
though.
wasn't,
It was
no.
like if you saw the kids I was doing it with, you like if we were all on the subway, you would not be like, those people
Are cool.
are doing blow. Like it would be it was crazy.
That is crazy.
It
That
was,
is
but it
definitely
was just
crazy.
like I feel like it was so accessible, and I'm just like I don't want to raise my kids in. I know that it's accessible in other places,
Mm-hmm.
but so and I'm like, but I just feel like it was so accessible to me.
But it wasn't like. I feel like I saw that a lot in like when I would go like to Long Island and go out there. Like city like Brooklyn, I never got that experience. Like it might be there, but it was like you had other options to do things that you didn't feel stuck in just there.
There was definitely a lot of weed around.
yeah, like weed and
All
shit
the
like
time
that,
around
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
but-
something that was always around. But not like anything else, really.
I mean, I feel like Long Island City, that's like Manhattan-ish.
It is very much, yeah, it's close. It is closer.
Yeah.
Bay Bridge is also too far. You have too many families over there. It's too family oriented.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's why I'm always like, I feel so strongly like I want to raise my kids in the suburbs. And I also feel like
Oh.
I never went to school near my house. Like I never had like schoolmates. I hate that word. But I never had neighbors that went to my school.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
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 And I hate that.
is-
Like I want to have like, when I have kids, I want them to have like everyone from their classmates. You could walk to their house, or like they're just like it's like a community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that
absolutely.
you're like going to like Jack's house and it's like down the block and like
Yeah,
you know like,
yeah, no,
I get
for
that.
sure. Do you want
Yeah.
kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to have like I've always wanted like a sense of community. I feel like growing up
Like
in
a tribe.
Queens, I lacked that because my school was never near me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It is hard because I think a lot of my friends growing up did have like communities around them, whereas like we didn't really know our neighbors like that. Like
Yeah.
we grew up in apartments, and like
Yeah.
you don't know your neighbors in apartments buildings for the most part.
Yeah.
We knew some people, but not really. And then
Yeah,
we
it's
knew
a bit
like
more
kids on the
isolated
block,
like
but then
that.
when we moved, it was like over. Unless you had a lot of kids on your block that were like your age, then you had nothing.
Yeah, I was
You know what I
always
mean?
kids on the block.
We
like,
had
I went
kids
to
on the
Greek
block.
school and then kids on the block.
And then when we moved when we were 10, then there was like no kids. So
Right.
then I felt really isolated. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally feel what you mean.
I always
Yeah.
felt a chip on my shoulder about growing up in New York. Like I felt like I was bullied. I was exposed to too much. I felt isolated. But then traveling with stand up, I see these other places and,
And
they're-
you're just like-
they're such trash.
Yes.
I feel so grateful I grew up
Oh,
in
yeah.
New York.
Oh,
These
yeah.
places are fucking trash. I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
believe people live there.
No, I know. I've
So
been
I
to
do
Youngstown,
feel-
Ohio.
Yeah,
That's the
Ohio is sorry, one of the trashiest
It's
places.
I know. I feel bad saying it. I've been to
don't.
Ohio 5 times, and let me. I feel so bad saying it. The people are great. That's the thing is, everyone I meet is like so nice.
It's funny because I went to Ohio and I feel like I'm gonna get too cruel.
Oh,
No, get cool.
Go
I'm
for it,
I'm
go
just
for
gonna
it.
say it. The people are great. I really like the people,
I like
and
the
the
people
people that
too.
I know there are
I like
so
the people
cool
too.
and so nice. But like Cleveland and Youngstown were like 2 of the worst places I've ever been to in my life.
Well,
Yeah.
what about it?
Everything shuts down at 9.
Oh,
There's only
God.
3 things to eat, and it's always a fucking chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else. And if there's some ethnic food, it's horrible.
New Yorkers are
And
fucking spoiled.
We are spoiled.
It's
with
all like
food.
this.
so
It all looks
spoiled.
the same. You just drive on a big fucking road, and then there's 4 different stores, and it's always a CVS, and then always a Walgreens, and then some
Yeah.
other shit, and then some other shit, and then you drive, and it's the same 4 fucking stores, and then you drive, and again, it's another strip mall, and then
my
that's
God.
it. And
Yeah.
there's nothing.
It has really given me gratitude traveling. The thing about Cleveland specifically was we got to the hotel and there was like a little sign that was like, if you have this make of car or this make of car, it'll probably get stolen or broken into due to a viral video that's been going around. So if you want to cancel your reservation here, free of charge.
That's one of the craziest
So
things I've ever
weird.
heard.
I was like, oh, okay, good thing I have a Toyota.
That's fucking crazy.
I was like, I've never seen that at a hotel. That's crazy.
because of a viral video.
There's like a viral video of people breaking
But
into like a
also,
certain.
like, and the thing is, this is what really annoys me about people about like Ohio and people that live in other areas other than New York. All these people are like, New York is so unsafe. How could you live like that?
And then look at this.
The homeless, and then you're like, you can't have a car in Cleveland. Okay, like let's pull back a little bit. Everywhere's unsafe and everywhere sucks.
There's probably once in my life that I felt scared from a homeless person, and I'm born and raised here.
And it was in downtown Los Angeles. Yeah, for me personally, it was downtown Los Angeles.
And I've never experienced, like, I'll fall asleep on the train and I wake up and I'm like, I'm fine. And everyone's like, oh, you fall asleep on the train? And I'm just like, it's not fucking dangerous, bro.
I do feel like there's a difference between the way that we interact with homeless people in New York. We acknowledge them at the very least, or we know how to not acknowledge them. But in LA, there's a very, very uncomfortable dynamic
It is
there.
very
I
segregated.
really, really hate it. Like when you see the way people just completely ignore it,
yeah.
it's very eerie. It's very like, I don't understand that
It's strange.
dynamic.
Yeah, like I would
Yeah.
walk down the block and there's like one side, it's like all tennis courts. And then on the other side, it's all just like tents.
None
of them are talking, nothing.
It's
and it's
strange.
like,
It's strange,
I
yeah.
was like, this
It's
is
very
weird.
strange.
At
yeah.
least in New York, there is some sort of like communication, or like the street performers on the train, so you're interacting with them.
Yeah.
You cross paths with people and you get like, you exchange some kind of energy acknowledgement. Like someone
stories,
affects
yeah.
you at some point.
Yeah.
In a good or a
Absolutely.
positive way.
No, absolutely.
LA is just so fucking weird.
It's
how
very
you don't
strange.
speak, you don't acknowledge each other. It's like, I think it has to do with it not being a walking city at all, but
That's true too.
It's
And there's
definitely
no, like,
that, and so
train
the
system.
transplants that
Yeah.
go there are from non-walking cities, so they're just not used to it.
yeah.
I think they're just like shell shocked by it, so they don't know what to do.
And they, exactly, you don't know how to interact with that
Yeah.
or anything like that.
But Ohio, man, what a
Sometimes I'll go to a place that like sucks and I'll be like, I can't believe I let and I'll think of like a guy that hurt me that's from this place. And I'll be like, I can't believe I let someone raised here break my heart. Because this place is trash.
This fucking disgrace.
so true, so true, man.
I'm just like, you were from here? Like, you know, you like go to Indiana for
Relax.
the first time and then you're like the guy, then you think of like the guy that hurt you from Indiana and you're like, ew,
You're just, like, the
you were
biggest
from
ick.
here? Like, ew, no, I can't believe I let you hurt me.
Relax, yeah.
I know that sounds bad, but
No, trash them.
No, trash them, they hurt you.
They hurt you.
exactly.
They're not.
Fuck that shit.
Don't let that man.
No, but like the
Think
way
otherwise.
people will like talk down to you and like talk to you as if like their life experience is like so bleh. And you're like, no, I just looked at your house. It's not there anymore. So
You can't walk around at night. Relax, yeah.
it's just like crazy. I feel like people kind of. And the thing that bothers me about New York, people will live here for like 10 years and they'll be like, I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. It's like, no, bitch,
No.
you have to be raised here.
Yeah, I mean,
You
yeah.
have to be. I don't care if you.
I think
moved
you
here-
have to go to high school in New York City. That's
Yes.
that's like my
I think
barometer,
that's a
low key.
good- I think that's
low
a
key. That's my
nice-
barometer of like you have to have like gone to school like here. Yeah.
When people say like, "Oh, I moved here when I was 20, but I lived here for 20 years," no,
Sorry.
it did not make you. It did
Yeah.
not shape you when your brain was still forming.
Yeah,
Did you have to wait for a bus to get to school?
Did you
If you
take the
yeah,
subway
did
to
you
high
take the
school? Did you have a student metro
If
card?
you had a bus
Exactly.
transfer to get to your middle school,
Then I accept
consider
you.
you.
Thank you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
New Yorker. Yeah.
Literally, if you were doing your homework on the Q28, like
Yeah. Please leave me alone otherwise. Yeah. Well, it's
Waiting
also
for the B1 and
I think
freezing
for me,
cold.
what annoys me about people like that specifically is that they're also always like, New Yorkers are mean, so I'm mean, and you're like, this is no. New Yorkers are actually what New Yorkers are is genuinely, authentically themselves. So unless you come up here pulling up like that, then don't, because
Yeah.
we aren't mean, and no one is
No,
mean.
anytime
but then you
someone's
see people
mean,
like
it's people from out of town.
it's always,
Yeah.
and they
It's
like
the person from
actively
fucking
ignore
Ohio.
you or like act rude to you, and they're under the guise of like, well, I'm a New Yorker, and you're like, are you not? Are
New
you?
Yorker is not being
What?
mean.
No.
New Yorker is minding your business, walking fast, and then helping someone with their car up the stairs at the subway. That's
yeah,
it.
just
Yeah.
so
That's
you
what
can get
it's about.
upstairs. That's it. Just
Done.
fucking.
It's like getting things done quickly.
No, I know. Everyone that's always like, oh yeah, I'm about to, because the rule that I see a lot is the 13-year rule about New York. I don't know if you've heard that. The
No,
13
what the fuck is that?
I've heard that from a lot of people that consider like the 13th year, like that's the year where you can consider yourself a New Yorker. That's like the year, and I'm like, okay, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm at 12 years, so I'm
I
almost
think if
there,
you're
and I'm like,
counting the years, waiting to be a New Yorker.
it's done,
you're,
baby.
You're not going.
or
to
if
be
you're
a
like,
New
I just
Yorker.
saw a rat shit on itself, like I'm a New
Oh,
Yorker.
I'm a New
No,
Yorker.
you're good.
No, you're not.
I hate when people are like, "Oh, so you're from Queens? Oh, so you're really from New York? Oh, okay."
Oh, I get that a lot. I get
I'm
that a lot.
who are you to judge me?
Yeah,
you
I-
little
Really from New
dipshit.
York. Unless you're like.
Oh, really? From Queens? Oh, okay. All right, I consider that real. I'm like, bitch,
You consider that real? You?
bitch, I know all the 7 train stops by heart.
And who's this person telling you, like,
Yeah.
I consider you?
No,
Like,
exactly.
I consider, like, where are you
I
coming
do. I
from?
get that a lot from people, and it really gets under my skin because I'm like, okay, yeah, you thinking I'm from Connecticut is actually a you thing, not a me thing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a you thing, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well,
People-
speaking of Queens and Brooklyn,
Oh, yes.
this place that we got this dessert from is actually in Astoria,
Astoria.
and Brooklyn.
And Brooklyn.
So what a crossover we have
I love
here.
this, I love this.
So before we do this, we have
Yes.
to tell you what this is.
Okay.
This is called KOK. It really is called KOK.
Okay.
Well, the full name is called kokaki.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
in this,
I like cock.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Exactly. Well,
And
you're
we
gonna
were
you're
like-
gonna like this
You're
KOK.
gonna like this cock. We have 2 big cocks in here.
We have 2 very big
Wait,
KOKs.
there's 3 of us.
Well,
But
they're big
they're
cocks.
big cocks.
They're big cocks. Okay. I just want to show you this is what it looks like. It's very funny. You're not going to expect this at all. It's like
oh, I
they're
thought
like
it would be more narrow.
no. This is like they're like
donuts.
cute they're cute like sandwiches.
They're more boobs than cocks.
Yeah, they are more boobs than cocks. Yeah.
It
Look,
is actually.
boobs.
We need a nice eclair.
If I was a drag queen, this is what I would use as my
Yes.
breastplate. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So they're like
right.
sandwiches. They're basically like Big Macs. There's
They
a cream
have
in the middle.
Cream in the middle.
Okay, so it's a cock.
It's a cock. Yes, it's a little bit like a cock.
You're understanding now. I like it. All right, so you're gonna get one.
Did you ever go to that gym, the Greek gym on Broadway?
No,
In Astoria?
no, but I've heard of it.
A girl in my high school, her family owned that gym.
Oh, really? Have you been there?
No, but I went past there.
Look at the big cock.
Thank you. Wow,
you're
look
gonna
at
love
this.
Do you want some cock?
How do you approach a cock like this?
You just go dive in.
You just dive in. Well, you
Just
can just
dive in.
you can cut it like a cake, kind of.
You also don't have to eat the whole thing.
You don't
if
have to eat the whole
want.
thing.
The whole
It's
thing. I'm
just-
not gonna eat the whole cock.
You gotta finish the cock.
If you don't finish the cock, we are not baptizing you.
Do you guys speak in Greek in the bedroom?
Yes.
If they want it, sometimes they like it. Yeah.
Do you feel like your partner needs to speak Greek?
No, but
No.
it's a plus.
No.
Tastes like an Italian cookie.
Do you like the cock?
Do you like the cock?
Yeah.
Is it a good
I
cock?
didn't see you bite.
I'm going to bite the cock. Jesus.
Make sure you get the cock
Bite
feeling.
the cock.
Are you
Katerina,
guys
can
gonna
you-
have any
Katerina,
cock?
bite the
You-
cock.
yeah.
It's layered.
I'm just watching her eat
I
it.
like this.
That's on our Patreon.
It's very good.
That is so funny.
Okay. Move it.
I want to try this cock.
Try
It's
the
quite
cock.
nice. Thank you guys for preparing this nice cock for me.
Just for you, we provide the best cock for our guests. Yeah, this one's ammonia and Bay Ridge.
Oh, this is actually a really good cock. No lies, no
Ammonia
lies.
has the best cock.
What does ammonia mean in Greek?
It's a place in Athens.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
okay.
actually considered a really dangerous neighborhood in
But it's
Athens,
getting better now.
traditionally, but it's getting better.
What makes it dangerous?
It's just a lot. What?
Anarchist.
Anarchists, but it's also like a lot of like just drug use and homeless and just
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
there. But they don't.
Kind of like it's kind of like your high
It's
school.
kind of yeah. It's a high school in Queens.
Just a little bit.
There you go. You'll go over there and you'll be like, wow, I feel like I'm at home.
It's so
I
funny.
dropped the cock. Oh
That's
no.
devastating.
Yeah.
Oh, I dropped my fork.
no.
Dropping our cocks.
Here's a new one.
Oh wow, you guys knew I would drop it. Definitely goes well with the coffee.
Isn't it nice?
Cock
See?
and coffee.
Cock and coffee.
Cock.
That's all we like to do.
That should have been the name of the podcast.
Cock and
Cock
coffee.
and coffee. We can name this episode that.
Cock and coffee.
I love that.
Welcome to Cock and Coffee.
How do you spell cock?
KOK.
KOK.
Yeah, I know that's a little surprising, but yeah. Thanks for doing this podcast. You were so wonderful.
Oh, Thanks for having me.
Please
fucking
tell
love having
everyone
you.
where we
Yeah.
can find you. Plug in anything if you have any shows coming up. Tell
Natalie Cuomo
them
does-
where to find you.
Natalie Cuomo also does stand up, and she is absolutely fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. She's
Thank
had me
you.
open for her a few times, and it's always been an honor. So thank you
Yes,
very much.
Thank you.
And obviously, check out her stand up. She's incredible. And yeah, where can we find you?
You can find me at Natalie Cuomo _ on Instagram, at Natalie Cuomo on everything else. I have a podcast, Help with Natalie Cuomo, a special on YouTube. Shut Up, You Loved It. And Gus, the first hour I ever did in New York, you were on. the
Yes,
show.
I was at Stand Up New York, right? Yes. Yeah, that was a great time.
All
That was a
that,
great
yeah.
time.
Well, little cute, full circle. Look
Hi,
at this.
hello.
My mom loves you.
Oh, I love when I hear. You know what's so funny is Jack Finnegan told me his dad loves me recently, and I'm always like, I love when the parents love me.
That's
Yes.
how you
I love
know you're
meeting
good.
comics parents.
When the parents love you, that's a good thing.
Oh, I love it when the parents love me. It's great.
I really, man, I feel like I get the dads a lot, you know?
Yeah. I get the moms. I definitely get the moms. Yeah.
I love it.
I get the
Well,
dad's cock. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, let me chill.
Well, you have the cock.
You have the cock. You know the Greek cocks. These are nice. And yeah.
Yes, thank you. You were
Thank you
awesome.
for having me.
Yeah.
And welcome to the neighborhood.
Welcome to the neighborhood. You're gonna see all her tags down below. So make sure
Remember,
to
like,
follow her.
subscribe, comment,
Yes.
send us questions, and we love you guys. See you later.
Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
This is some good cock, motherfuckers.
Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.